Good day, everybody. Welcome to today's video. Today's video, my 2014 Wrangler JKU. We're going to install the bracket for the vacuum pump. This Jeep has an aftermarket bumper that, for whatever reason, the previous owner just left the vacuum pump just kind of sit loosely in there, and I don't like that at all. Don't like that at all. For 20 bucks, I picked up the bracket. It's going to relocate it on the side here. The kit even has a set of wires to extend it. I don't know about the gauge of the wires in the factory wiring harness. I might actually change that out for something different if that wire's too thin. But let's get started. First thing we're gonna do, pop the hood. And to make this easier, in my garage, I'm just gonna lift it up and then flip the hood all the way back so there's more light. All right, now that we got the hood open, this bracket right here is gonna relocate to that side right there. Now, need to disconnect that vacuum pump. So it's probably gonna be pretty hard to see. For the side with the green tab, that is actually just going to pry out a little bit, and then that vacuum line will pull out. So I just disconnected the electrical from underneath. This is one of the problems you may encounter, is trying to get that one vacuum line off. I sprayed with some WD-40, but still doesn't want to bust free. But if you were going to do this, if you still had the stock bumper, of course, you'd have to remove the grill and everything else. But this one's just sitting there, so I need to wrestle with this some more. So I got the vacuum pump out, and for whatever reason, that will not still come out. Even though the clip's gone, that thing is stuck on there good. So I'm not going to fight with it, because knowing my luck, I'll break that off, and then I'll be hooped. Now, next step is you got to pull your vacuum lines out. There's actually a clip that's about halfway down that holds that in place, and then you can see them down there and then pull them up. All right, if we can get these hoses up, and there we go. So now that I got the vacuum hose up, we're gonna need to obviously modify it to our new location. If you follow it down, it comes down to this T right here. You could probably just fish this line, but you still need that extra check valve, and then make something work. That being said, I'm going to cut this wire right here, solder on the new attachments, run the power wire down. Now obviously when you cut this, you want to cut it at a spot where you can still make use out of it. That's exactly what I did right there. The wire they give you in this kit, in my opinion, is way too thin. I've used a lot of soldering irons over the years, but this TS100 is by far one of the best. I think they got an upgraded model now, but a few years ago, this one here was a cat's meow. It's digital, just heating up. All right, I'm gonna feed that wire down, feed it up, you can feed it down, whichever way you want. I need to get this small vacuum line out, so we're gonna need to modify that. And that actually goes on the pump right like that. So now with the vacuum pump mounted, the one vacuum line I ran down, ran across, and then I just zip tied it right there because it needs that loop. This is my electrical cord that I'm gonna run in the same spot and then cut it to fit. Can't just cut this through. Gotta cut it in sections. That's how thick it is. All right, I guess I'll just plug this vacuum line in and see just what exactly we can do with it. Try to make this thing work. Yeah, I think so. I think if I cut it off right about there, fish it out. All right. There's no going back now. There we go. Cut the hose. Run this down. Slide it around. Actually, that worked out. That didn't work out too bad, actually. So that actually worked out. I just zip tied it to the AC line with an extra piece of protective cover in there so can't wear through, but yeah, that didn't turn out too bad at all. Nice, quick, easy mod. Take you a couple hours. Hopefully you don't have issues like I did with this where the fitting would not come off. I had to remove the hose. Man, that was crazy. Okay, everybody, everything is done for the vacuum pump relocation. What I did with the main hose, as you can see, it comes up, and right where the fitting was, I just cut a section off the other hose, put it on, actually ran it right down. We're good. The electrical is ran, and it's tied in with the small hose underneath. The electrical is plugged in, and everything is looking good. It is looking good. Way better than just having it sit there loose. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you have any questions or comments, post them below. And I'll see you guys in the next one.